for the skater in the penalty box. Small Fox is going to go to the penalty box now. That will release Bad Advice. Bad Advice is still on their first pass. So no points yet until the skater gets through the pack.
Bad Advice moving up, pressing on the back of the pack right now, pushing through, finding her way forward with a wall of pink ahead of her.
This is still the first pass, so no points yet. Bad Advice has to get through the pack before Bad Advice can start scoring. Now, Small Fox, the Epidemic, that's Small Fox's second pass to the pack, so 5 more points. Again, 1 point for every skater Small Fox passed.
Bad Advice working her way through the pack, being worked over by Painbow Fright in the back of the pack.
Another quick pass for Small Fox.
So 33 is Bad Advice that was mislabeled. So
That's 626 Wikipedia. She's the first one through. Now, the first pass through, you get through first. You are lead jammer. You can stop the jam at any time. So 626 for Rainbow Bites. Wikipedia can call off the jam with hands on her hips motion.
the ultimate power in the game is being able to call off that jam.
There goes 626. She got the second time through. She got 4 points. 1 for each opposing player. Got the 4 points, and because Wikipedia was lead jammer, she was able to call off the jam before the opposing jammer could score any points. 4 points bring Rainbow Bites to 19.
So that's the jammers, Randy. What do all those other skaters do?
They block.
Oh, okay.
The other skaters out there are the blockers, and together they skate together in what is called the pack. They're trying to help their jammer get through while preventing the opposing jammer from getting through.
And up front, you're seeing an amazing example of Jesus Feist working over the Undead Avenger jammer, holding her back and preventing her, but she did break out and pick up that lead jammer.
So she can call off the jam at any time. No points yet. 4 points for every opponent she passed.
Right now, that gem is called off by the Rainbow Dash.
Scrappylicious did get 3 points out of that. Now we saw a couple of penalties already when the jammers went to the penalty box. There's a lot of stuff you can't do in roller derby. And if you do what you're not supposed to do, you go to the penalty box. And the most important thing to remember that when they're in the penalty box, no one fields their position on the track. Small Fox. Picks up a cut track penalty. Small Fox passed a player out of bounds. That will result in a penalty, and Small Fox will have to be in there.
Followed by Psychedelic to the penalty box, which will release Small Fox back onto the track.
So if you go to the penalty box, you cannot become lead jammer, so this will go the whole. That's her initial pass, no points yet.
Psychedelic released.
Small Fox picks up 5 points on that scoring pass there. One for every types of penalties are what we call hitting penalties. You can only hit with your hips and your shoulders. And then there are
Psychedelic through for 4.
And there are track penalties. You have to be skating in a forward motion, and you can only engage the opponent while moving, and you cannot pass opponents out of bounds. So there's an example of a direction of play call. You can only block the opponent skating in the forward motion, the forward direction.
Psychedelic through for another 4.
Quick scoring pass there by Small Fox the Epidemic for 5 more points for Rainbow Bites.
The regular thing.
Okay, your color and I play-by-play?
Yes, that is correct.
Cool. Why don't you set up the jammers and the numbers and the blockers before the jam starts?
I will work on that. Who are these jammers? 87.
626 Squeaky Speedy.
And that's Wikipedia.
Where's the other one? I can't even see it.
Oh, Fifi Oscara jamming for
Wikipedia
Undead
around the
Avengers.
outside gets the lead jammer. Fifi Oscara has one more to beat. And great defense coming from Jesus Feist in the front.
Jesus Feist doing an excellent job recycling Fifi Oscara back into the pack.
Quick pass there, but a takedown on Wikipedia. Fifi Oscara is still stuck behind Jesus Feist in the front. Wikipedia gets around the opposing jammer for a scoring pass there, 4 points. Takedown from Jesus Feist on Fifi Oscara.
Fifi Oscara recycled back to the back of the pack, needs to work her way forward.
Jesus Feist is a one deity blocker there in the front there, but nice around the outside there for Fifi Oscara. Fifi Oscara gets caught back up from Slamnesia. Still on Fifi's initial pass. A cut track penalty assessed to Fifi Oscara for stepping back in front of Slamnesia. Meanwhile, round the outside, Wikipedia with 5 points.
Undead Avengers doing a terrific job covering for their jammer in that jam.
Going into passive offense here as Wikipedia engages the four wall in front, pushes to the inside, gets dropped to the back. If Wikipedia passes in front of opponent, that's a penalty. Pushes out, calls off the jam for 5 more points. 0 points for Undead Avengers on that jam.
Well, fans, that jam brought to you by Bridgetown Chiropractic, DocBones.com. Get adjusted, support roller derby with Bridgetown Chiropractic.
Scrapalicious taking the track for the Rainbow Bites.
4-4, all of Undead Avengers blockers there. None of the jammers there. Looks like number 15, Scrapalicious, is able to break through the wall and get lead jammer.
Rainbow Bites setting up in the backfield, playing a super passive offense for their jammer.
Now going active offense, distracts the center. Quick pass for Scrapalicious for 5 more points.
Undead Avengers with the wall up front, trying to slow down that jammer on each and every pass.
All the defenders there, Scrapalicious attacks, but hits the shoulder blade, so there's no penalty even for a takedown. Defense is divided. Scrapalicious pushes through for 5 more points.
Scrapalicious through on another pass. Undead Avengers setting up a wall. Jesus Feist breaking out a giant wall in that, sorry. And she breaks through thanks to a little help from Jesus Feist.
It looks like jam was called off as Fifi Oscara came back in. That was Fifi's initial pass, 0-0 on that last run.
The Rose City Rollers would like to thank Pabst Blue Ribbon, Bad Girls, Good Beer. Pabst Blue Ribbon, proud supporter of the Rose City Rollers.
Bad Advice on the line for the Undead Avengers, and Small Fox the Epidemic for Rainbow Bites.
All of the skaters are out there. Looks like Smallpox attacking the outside of the line. Bad Advice attacking the inside of the line, gets taken out, but cycled to the front. Bad Advice around the outside, lead jammer. Small Fox cycled to the back of the pack.
Small Fox working against a pretty deep wall in that back there. They're just working her over.
Small Fox finds an opening. The defense gets divided, gets through there, but Bad Advice takes advantage of a broken offense for 4 quick points.
Both jammers out, and the Undead Avengers doing a super job busting up the Rainbow Bites line and opening up the holes for their jammer.
Bad Advice goes for another scoring pass, as does Small Fox. Both of them trade points as Bad Advice calls it off. That's going to be 4-4 on that jam.
Oh. That's number 6, Smacky Kennedy on the line for the Rainbow Bites with Jill the Ripper.
That's Smacky Kennedy, lead jammer, and the winner of the announcer's favorite news derby skater name. Oh
with
my
a
God.
bullet.
Looks like Undead Avengers up against the front wall. They're getting some serious defense. Smacky Kennedy hops the inside line for a clean 5-point scoring pass. Jill the Ripper hit to the outside, makes her initial pass.
Jill the Ripper shrugging off some really huge hits in the back there.
Jesus Feist with beautiful offense on the inside, making a hole for Smacky Kennedy. It was like Jesus Feist was the magic blocker.
Fans, we'd like to thank OHSU Sports Medicine. OHSU Sports Medicine is proud to be the official medical care team of the Rose City Rollers.
Scrapalicious on the line right now for the Rainbow Bites, and Starship Trooper.
Starship Trooper in the back of the wall. It looks like Scrapalicious fighting for the inside behind number 777, Rosemary's Baby. Inside passer, lead jammer for Scrapalicious as Rainbow Bites to the back of the back. Quick inside passer from Scrapalicious, shrugs off a hit there. Scoring pass for 5 points.
Scrapalicious having a terrific day, scoring left and right.
Looks like a cut track assist there to Scrapalicious, so that will send Undead Avengers Jammer back.
Which?
I was a back blocker. Starship Trooper released and goes up against the four-wall defense of Rainbow Bites. Number 0, Slamnesia, drops her to the inside. Doesn't even remember. Nice defense there from Rainbow Bites, but inside holds up Starship Trooper. Initial pass.
Undead Avengers with a wall in the back.
Well, Jammer's back there. Scrapalicious quickly breaks through for 4 points. And Starship Trooper cycled to the back there. Scrapalicious gets through. A low block picked up by Starship Trooper. Or Undead Avenger.
Starship Trooper in the back. Scrapalicious coming up on the line.
Inside pass, wide open there. For Scrapalicious, Starship Trooper wanted to get past, and Slamnesia takes her to the inside, and that is 2 minutes.
Rainbow Bites with the heavy defense that entire jam.
The Rose City Rollers are a proud Sports Buddies partner encouraging young people to get active through the Big Brothers Big Sisters Sports Buddies.
That's Alice in Thunderland and Peaches and Scream on the line.
Allison Thunderland around the outside. Lead Jammer. Peaches and Scream caught up against the wall. Getting a little offense there. Drop to the inside.
Peaches and Scream working her way to the very back of the pack.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Peaches and Scream. Divided defense coming up. It looks like Allison Thunderland dropped to the outside there in the back. Peaches and Scream also cycled to the back. Allison Thunderland's on her first scoring pass. Peaches and Scream still on initial pass. Gets dropped by Jesus Feist. Allison Thunderland has a scoring pass.
Rainbow Bites defense is really working hard and taking care of Peaches and Scream.
Peaches and Scream still held. And Peaches and Scream's initial pass.
Jesus Feist up front, hammering.
Allison Thunderland. He's dropped to the outside by Bad Advice. Cycle to the back. Peaches and Scream trying to get through. Gets to the front of Jesus Feist. Was assessed. Lead Jammer calls off the jam. One more point for Rainbow Bites.
Well, fans, this derby action brought to you in part by the New Belgium Brewing Company. Fat Tire Ale or Ranger IPA. Grab one from concessions.
That's Mischief managed. And Ocarina of Crime on the line.
Mischief managed Ocarina of Crime in the inside. Quickly, Jammer. Mischief managed trying to find the middle, but gets dropped at the outside.
Rainbow Bites setting up shop in the front of the pack and holding back that Jammer.
Ocarina of Crime jumps the inside. Apex picks up 5 points there. Mischief managed, fights for the outside, gets dropped at the last line of defense. Gets through for initial pass.
Finally makes it through.
Ocarina of Crime picks up a back block penalty. This will be a power jam for the Undead Avengers. Just in time, Mischief manages not lead Jammer, so this will go 2 minutes, but one of them will be without a Jammer. All right,
Mischief managed, dumped in the turn, and the Undead Avengers having a chance to put things back together.
Painbow Fright with some great defense up there. It looks like, I believe that's Slamnesia drop in. Mischief managed to the inside.
Undead Avengers playing the passive offense in the back.
Looks like Mischief Managed was able to push out 20 feet. You cannot block 20 feet in front of the pack, or you go to the penalty box. It's Painbow Fright with the beautiful hits to the outside, cycling Mischief Managed all the way to the back. What you see is being the stretching out there is called the bridging, maintaining the pack integrity in order to continue defense. Painbow Fright with another hit to the inside.
Undead Avengers not with a whole lot to do at this very moment, just holding their ground.
Great defense from Painbow Frights. Another drop to the inside, this time courtesy of Wikipedia. Painbow Frights block the move back. And Ocarina of Crime, back of the mix. 2 minutes up. 5 more points picked up by Undead Avengers, 1 by Rainbow Bites.
DerbyFit.com. Spark, rock, recover, repeat. Rose City's independent Advocare distributor, DerbyFit.com.
On the line, Rainbow Dash for the Undead Avengers and Small Fox, the Epidemic.
Small Fox, the Epidemic, gets some offense help from Jesus Feist for a quick lead Jammer around the outside. Rainbow Dash going up against the Rainbow Bites. That's conflict.
Rainbow Bites with a great wall up front, slowing her down. That's once again Jesus Feist.
Jesus Feist with the defense, but it is fought out. Rainbow Dash gets her initial pass. Smallpox, the Epidemic, though, picks up 4 points in the meantime.
Well, fans, the Portland Mercury is the food, arts, and entertainment news you need. Make sure the next time you're out, you check out the Portland Mercury.
Wikipedia and Bad Advice taking to the line.
4-3 blocker advantage for the Rainbow Bites. Wikipedia muscles through for lead jammer. Bad Advice going up against Slamnesia in the front for initial pass.
Bad Advice breaks out, and the Rainbow Bites fight for the front. Reverse direction.
Nice battle there from Wikipedia. Calls off the jam, but it looks like Bad Advice picked up 2 points out of the... Call 4 points there for Wikipedia.
Slamnesia picking up a reverse direction block penalty, and will spend a minute in the box.
Rainbow Bites have picked up lead jammer status in 10 out of the 13 jams so far this half.
Holy mackerel! Small Fox the Epidemic and Jill the Ripper on the line.
Jill the Ripple muscling up against Ocarina of Crime. Smallpox the Academic. Right past her. Jill the Ripper, lead jammer. Smallpox dropped to the back of the pack.
Undead Avengers fighting off. Small Fox couldn't quite stop her, and they run to take the front of the pack.
Looks like Jill the Ripper quickly dismantles the defense there. Gets a scoring pass. All 4 points, calls off the jam.
Fans, did you know that Joe's Burgers has 4 locations, awesome burgers, and is the official feeder of the Rose City Rollers Volunteers? Believe me, I know that. We'd like to thank Joe's Burgers.
Once again, Smacky Kennedy on the line with Rainbow Dash.
Smacky Kennedy on the inside through the grassy knoll. Lead jammer for the Rainbow Bites.
Rainbow Bites working a strong 2-wall up in front with a good bridge to slow down Rainbow Dash. Up front with 1 more to get by, but it's once again Jesus Feist pummeling her.
Great defense from Jesus Feist there. Smacky Kennedy gets out of the pack like it's a fourth story of a school book depository for 5 more points.
Rainbow Bites doing an excellent job of slowing down the pack and keeping Rainbow Dash from getting out of the pack.
Rainbow Dash getting hits from Jesus Feist up front, doing a good job of maintaining the pack. No pack assessed. You cannot block in a no pack situation. Smacky Kennedy sneaks through the pack. Their initial pass picked up by Rainbow Dash.
No.
Well, in the sense called out, color can finish off.
Oh, really?
Color should finish off the
All right.
pack. Like anything that happens significant on the jam at the end. Color
The Rose City Rollers would like to thank Kind Bars. Snack like there's no tomorrow with Kind Snacks.
No, that's what I'm saying, but you can finish it up and then hang it over. I'll just as soon as the whistle blows, I'll just be done.
Good. Okay.
Bad Advice there. Ocarina of Crime on the inside. Bad Advice on the outside. Ocarina of Crime lead.
And the quick run through forced the call off. Good pull on the behalf of the Undead Avengers.
Actually, that's good thinking. That's a good habit. The color should finish off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Color should always start and end it. That's a good.
Is that 777? Is that Rosemary's Baby?
Maybe,
Rosemary's Baby and Scrapalicious on the line.
Rosemary's Baby attacking the wall. They're Scrapalicious trying to slalom through the holes there. Scrapalicious lead jammer. Rosemary's Baby has the 3 wall to contend with.
Rosemary's Baby having a little bit of trouble with that pink wall in the front.
Looks like Slamnesia, nice one-on-one defense there. Get some offense from Peaches and Scream there. But no defense there for Scrapalicious for a quick 5 points.
It's Jesus Feist and the Small Fox running the front of the pack.
All right, Rosemary's Baby set up to attack again. 3-wall defense in front. 2 blockers collide on Scrapalicious dropper, but she's back up, finds an inside hold there for a scoring pass. And Rosemary's Baby still caught up against the Small Fox Epidemic.
Rosemary's Baby throwing everything she's got at Jesus Feist, but Jesus Feist comes out on top.
Slamnesia holding in the back there around the outside. Scrapalicious, 1 more to get past. He gets a huge offensive block from Jesus Feist. Rosemary's Baby still caught in the back.
Rainbow Bites doing an excellent job running the front of this pack.
Looks like Small Fox is going to pick up a cut track penalty. Nice hit from Jill the Ripper to the inside. Scrapalicious. Defense is reset. Looks like a cut track penalty picked up by Scrapalicious is now a power jam for Rosemary's Baby, who's still on Rosemary's Baby's initial pass.
Jesus Feist up front. And we've got a helmet cover pass to the nothing.
The nothing. Dropped to the inside there by Jesus Feist. That's symbolic of something. Jesus Feist drops the nothing to the outside. It cycles the nothing back. It rights itself.
Jesus Feist and Slamnesia running, absolutely running the wall at the front of that pack. We're looking at a timeout, Undead Avengers.
That means a Magic Pony Music Minute brought to you by Agent Meow.
Unofficially in that last jam, Jesus Feist picked up 2 of every single action stat for both offense and defense.
That's insanity. On the line, that's Fifi Oscara for the Undead Avengers. And Fifi Oscara breaks right through that wall. The Undead Avengers in a power jam at the moment. Fifi Oscara breaks right through. Rainbow Bites sliding to the back and hoping they can do a little more damage on Fifi Oscara's assault.
Fifi Oscara attacks the wall. Looks like a penalty is being assessed. A forearm on Bimbo Fright. Another 5 points.
Rainbow Bites setting up shop in the front. Looking to slow down Fifi Oscara on her relentless assault.
Scrapalicious there is back, hits a wall. And looks like Fifi Oscara got out, called it, but 4 points on that pass.
More penalties assessed at the end of that jam. Each team took another. That means Rainbow Bites will start this jam down 2 blockers. The Undead Avengers, looks like they'll be down 1.
A 5th point is assessed for the Undead Avengers.
Bad advice on the track for the Undead Avengers. And at number 6, Smacky Kennedy. Both jammers breaking out of the pack right away. That happens when there aren't very many blockers on the track. Undead Avengers with their jammer out first.
Bad advice goes for the outside lane. Quickly navigates, 4 points, calls it off. 4-0.
It was a run for the back of the pack there. When you're down jammers, down blockers in a pack, you end up with a lot of racing. Sometimes it's best to just run away. Small Fox the Epidemic on the track with Starship Trooper.
Starship Trooper only 2 to get past, gets dropped to the outside by Jesus Feist. Small Fox the Epidemic goes for the outside to Peaches and Scream. comes back in front. No.
Small Fox, the Epidemic, picking up a cut and will be headed to the penalty box.
All right, so we have a pass out of play there, so that's no lead jammer. And looks like Jesus Feist, great defensive hits to the inside there.
And they have to let her go. You can only get so far away from the pack. Jesus Feist running the front of the pack, running to the back, hoping they can cut off the damage.
Starship Trooper attacks the wall in the center. Wall holding slowly there. Gets out of play.
Jesus Feist drops back to bridge, and the wall reforms in front of the Undead Avengers.
Starship Trooper attacks the pack again. Offense attempted there. A back block called on Starship Trooper. This will release Smallpox. An epidemic is getting released from the penalty box.
And what you're seeing is the penalty box switch because roller derby's no fun without a jammer. Small Fox the Epidemic taking up position.
All 4 Undead Avengers are in there. This is the initial pass for Smallpox. No, not the initial pass. We'll see. But dismantles, defense, initial pass.
Jesus Feist with miraculous effort trying to clear the line.
Drop to the outside. That's the end of that jam. 4 points being sat on by the Rainbow Bites. They're going to start in Power Jam.
Undead Avengers with a pretty good power jam set up in that one. And it's halftime. And welcome back to the second half of the Rainbow Bites versus the Undead Avengers. Taking to the line right now, number 626, that's Wikipedia.
Wikipedia taking the line. We have a 43 blocker advantage here for Rainbow Bites. Sorry, 4-4. Just a 1-0 jammer advantage.
And Wikipedia pushing forward on that pack. Rainbow Bites jumping ahead. A little bit of assistance, and she's out.
Nice offense there from Rainbow Bites. They were able to break a wall in the defense.
And throwing herself right back at the line. A little bit of a trip through. And she'll be on her way to the penalty box for...
It looks like a forearm was picked up when Wikipedia attacked the wall.
So the Undead Avengers back with their jammer on the track. Starship Trooper taking a beating in the backfield and working her way forward. She's up against that terrifying Rainbow Bites front wall.
Starship Trooper just used muscle to push out 20 feet for that initial pass. No points yet.
Attacking the line once again. Starship Trooper pushing forward against those dropped out and being dragged back right now. Slamnesia with the excellent push.
This is great defense from Rainbow Bites.
Starship Trooper pushing forward, and she's through for another pass.
Rainbow Fright with the direction of play penalty, hitting the opposite direction will send you to the penalty box.
Back on the line, Undead Avengers doing a terrific job holding a shop in the back and preventing their jammer from being dragged to the backfield, getting up and re-entering the track.
Great positioning from Slamnesia.
Starship Trooper pushing forward, one more to get by on the outside line.
Starship Trooper able to take advantage of the numbers.
And back on the track, it's Wikipedia.
Wikipedia taking advantage of no one expecting Wikipedia.
And Starship Trooper up front, Wikipedia blasting through the Undead Avengers line, and that jam is off.
Great capitalizing on the power jams from both teams. Mic checks.
Fans, a little advice from me to you. You need to check out car2go.com. Meet the future of car sharing. Sign up today at car2go.com. go.com.
.43 on the back, and Peaches Scream.
Breaking out right away. Rainbow Bites take lead jammer.
Scrapalicious there. Nice quick attack.
Fifi Oscara still being worked over in the front. Jesus Feist there slowing her down. Breaking out.
Quick inside line there from Scrapalicious.
And Jesus Feist up front working over Fifi Oscara. Rainbow Fight there getting her.
Nice defense from Rainbow Fight. All by herself.
Hung up in the front on the pink line. That's Fifi Oscara. Dropped and dragged to the very back of the pack. And that's Scrapalicious on her way to the penalty box for a forearm call. Fifi Oscara trying to find some help and work her way through. Rainbow Fright dragging her out and back to the back of the pack.
It was a noble effort there by Undead Avengers blockers to try to build up a wall, but that defense came just from Rainbow Fright, just at the right time.
Rainbow Bites bridging back, dragging her all the way back, killing some time. Pushing forward, it's Fifi Oscara taking a serious beating up front. Jesus Feist can't stop her, and she breaks out.
Beautiful hit from Rainbow Fright, only it landed on her own blocker there.
Jesus Feist on her way to the penalty box. And Fifi Oscara back up against the line.
Out of play for Jesus Feist.
Rainbow Dash there to help out, and Fifi Oscara dropped to the outside by Rainbow Fright. Bridging back. Fifi Oscara back on the line. Rainbow Fright working her over. That pink wall still in front of her.
This is excellent defense from Rainbow Bites in this power jam.
Fifi Oscara trying to figure out what to do right now. And breaking through it, Scrapalicious out of the box. Takes another scoring lap. Helmet cover pass on the part of the Undead Avengers, and that jam is off. Randall, what do you think?
I think Scrapalicious was totally capitalizing on the offense, not seeing her coming for a couple of quick passes there, and great defense from the Rainbow Bites on that.
Mic checks?
Fans, does your personal debt make you feel like you've been sent to the penalty box? Well, you should check out Kelly Brown Debt Relief. Kelly Brown likes roller derby. That's Kelly Brown Debt Relief.
Ocarina of Crime and Bad Advice on the line.
3-3 in the pack.
And they're off. Bad Advice breaks out on the outside line. They can't slow her down. Lead jammer, Undead Avengers.
Both teams taking advantage of the opposing team's offense. When your offense is going on, it's an easy pass for a jammer, and jammers were able to take them.
Rainbow Bites setting up shop in the front. Bad Advice takes a bit of a tumble and calls it off. Let's see if she was on time. And
Looks like,
Rainbow Bites picked up 4 on that pass.
well, it hasn't been signaled yet. Yes, 4 points picked up there. 4-0 on that. It's all in the timing, mic checks.
Fans, you need to check out the Open Space Cafe, brunch, bar, Wi-Fi. Embrace the pace at the Open Space Cafe.
Smacky Kennedy on the line with Mischief Managed, and both jammers having a hard time pushing against some pretty serious defense. But on the line, it's Mischief Managed breaks out. Smacky Kennedy still getting worked over in the backfield. One more to get by so she can be on her scoring pass. Undead Avengers cycling up to the front of her and dragging her to the outside. Mischief Managed back on the line, pushing her way through. Undead Avengers causing just enough anarchy to get her through there.
Great blocker coordination from the Undead Avengers, able to recycle to the front and defend their jammer at the last moment. Gave that huge advantage on that pass, and were responsible for all four of those points, mic checks.
The Nightlight Lounge is Rose City's favorite Clinton Street bar and the only place to get Rose City Rollers tickets in town. That's the Nightlight Lounge.
Scrapalicious and Rainbow Dash on the line. Both teams with all their skaters on the track. This is real live derby. Everybody pushing forward. Scrapalicious breaks out and takes lead jammer.
That was just a lot of strength from Scrapalicious there.
Rainbow Dash up against that formidable pink wall with Jesus Feist leading the run. On the outside, she takes, and she's on her scoring pass.
Beautiful offensive block from the Undead Avengers for that pass.
Scrapalicious takes a bit of a tumble back there. The Undead Avengers really on her. And Rainbow Dash back in the pack. Lots of action. Scrapalicious pushing forward. Breaks out and takes 5 points. No, it's 4.
Rainbow Dash getting a lot of defense up front. Great hits coming from Slamnesia and Jesus Feist.
Jesus Feist and Slamnesia up front looking for Rainbow Dash. There she is, and they start pummeling away at her. In the back, we've got Scrapalicious making her attack. Rainbow Dash still hitting the front wall. Jesus Feist, Scrapalicious trying to break through in the very back.
Starship Trooper at the hit. Way to gamble on the defense there from Scrapalicious, but it paid off as Scrapalicious was able to capitalize on a few scoring passes there. Mic checks.
Fans, when you get the opportunity, you need to visit TimothyMurrayPhotography.com for classic black and white film derby images. That's TimothyMurrayPhotography.com.
Bad advice 33-626, Wikipedia 44.
And they're off. Wikipedia pushing hard on the inside line, makes her way around the out, then nothing can't stop her. Lead jammer, Rainbow Bites.
Great power from Bad Advice to push open a line on the inside for Bad Advice's initial pass.
Undead Avengers working to the front, trying to set up shop. They can't do it fast enough, and Wikipedia breaks through.
Wikipedia taking advantage of a not set defense, found the hole right away. Mic checks.
The Rose City Rollers would like to thank McDonald Miller. McDonald Miller Facilities Solutions, proud sponsor of the Rose City Rollers.
Looks like Undead Avengers are calling a team timeout. That means we have a Magic Pony Music Minute brought to you by Agent Meow.
Well, it's not the heat, it's the humidity, but boy, is it hot in here.
Allison Thunderland going to jam for Rainbow Bites as Jill the Ripper, number 43 for the Undead Avengers. And we have 4-4 Undead Avengers out front.
And Alice and Jill throwing themselves at the line. Jill dropped in the beginning of the turn. Allison Thunderland trying to find her way through up front. One more Undead Avenger to get by. Allison Thunderland, lead jammer.
Great power from Allison Thunderland and great defense from Jesus Feist.
Jill the Ripper really hung up. That's Jesus Feist and Slamnesia running that front wall on her. And here comes Allison Thunderland on the inside. She pulls a huge back block and is sent to the penalty box. Jill the Ripper still taking a beating from Slamnesia and Jesus Feist up front. One more to get by. Dropped out and dragged back.
Almost got through from an offensive positioning there. From Slice Cream there.
And Jill the Ripper pushing forward. Slamnesia still getting in the way. Jackie, Smacky-O right there.
Slice Cream doing great offensive work.
And Jill the Ripper pushed it out. She's picks up her points and is on her way.
Passive offense setup.
Up against the wall right there. Jill the Ripper pushing hard forward. Jesus Feist in her way. Jesus Feist picking up a multiplayer block.
Nice power on that last pass from Jill the Ripper. Also great to pick up a penalty out of it.
Undead Avengers setting up for Jill the Ripper. Jill pushing through, one more to get by. Small Fox can't hold her, and she's through for another 5.
Jill the Ripper using maneuverability on that last pass.
Allison Thunderland back on the track. Both jammers slamming against the back of the line. And breaking out, that's Allison Thunderland with Jill the Ripper right behind her.
Jill the Ripper was able to find another hole in the wall there. Jill the Ripper, great execution on that power jam. Mike checks.
The Rose City Rollers would like to thank Hammy's Pizza, Portland Vital Signs, Portland Independent Films, and Kay's Lounge, all proud sponsors of your Rose City Rollers.
Ocarina of Time and Bad Advice on the jammer line, 4-4. 4-3.
Bad Advice breaking out on the outside line. She's lead jammer before the half, and Ocarina working forward. One more Avenger to get past.
Starship Trooper with the high block there.
Bad Advice swinging through that line, comes through and picks up a back block. She'll be on her way to the penalty box.
3-2 blocker advantage. Rainbow Bites pick up front to capitalize on this power jam.
Ocarina of Crime sliding around the outside.
Nice offensive screen set up there by the Rainbow Bites for that scoring pass.
A very sophisticated strategy. Ocarina through again.
It was Scrapalicious with the offensive screen set up, just dividing the defense on that one.
Rainbow Bites running forward. Ocarina breaks out for another 5.
Jesus Feist for the psych out offensive block. Hit on the inside. Ocarina went for the outside.
Ocarina around the outside once again.
That was just speed that time. A 4-2 power jam is just a huge scoring opportunity for anyone who takes it on.
Ocarina of Crime drops, passes the jammer's cap to Jesus Feist, and she's on the run. That jam is off.
And back from the dead after 3 days, Jesus Feist has risen to pick up 5 points.
Still a power jam for the Rainbow Bites. Jesus Feist blowing through the line.
She turned water into wine on that one.
Undead Avengers moving up front, trying to hold the line.
She's trying to bring him back from the dead.
And Undead Avengers with their jammer back on the line. She breaks out on the outside line and is through.
Beautiful from Bad Advice, right in the wake of the opposing jammer for that scoring pass. And we are going the whole 2 minutes. Oh, and Bad Advice with a nice pickup footwork for that last one. Sorry, dude.
Well, fans, the Rosebuds are proud to thank Metro Parents PDX Kids Calendar, proud sponsor of the Rosebuds Derby program.
Heard it here first. Maybe.
On the line.
60.
Rainbow Dash, number 1 for the Undead Avengers jamming, and Wikipedia, number 626, 4-3 blocker advantage.
Both jammers off the line. Old school derby with everybody up at the front.
What's that like?
Pushing the line forward. Rainbow Dash and Wikipedia both out at the...
Wikipedia found the inside line, though, but Rainbow Dash rode the wake to get through, powered through the front, forcing the call off. Mike checks.
Well, fans, you need to check out DocBones.com for Bridgetown Chiropractic. Get adjusted support roller derby at DocBones.com.
Jesus Feist will be jamming for your sins out there. Mischief managed up at the line.
Both jammers up against the wall in the back. Undead Avengers doing a good job holding down Jesus Feist, but they cannot stop her.
Great offense from the middle of the pack. I like that middle of the pack position that the Undead Avengers has take on. You have full control, and they were able to get their jammer out with that.
Jesus Feist attacking the line, breaking through, huge hips on her way through, and she picks up her points and calls it off.
That was all impact there. Jesus was able to make her own hole through that wall there with a nice hit. And that's the jam. Gonna have Fifi Oscara up the line for the Undead Avengers, and Small Fox, the Epidemic. And we have all 10 skaters, and they're on the pivot line. It's Christmas in Derbyland.
Honestly, I think most of these kids weren't born when people played roller derby like this. Small Fox the Epidemic trying to find her way through on the outside. It's a tumble in there. Breaking out up front, it's Fifi Oscara. And no, it's Small Fox the Epidemic taking lead jammer.
Small Fox took advantage of the defense being dissembled to use her footwork to sneak up to the front.
And both skaters engaging the pack on the inside line. Nobody's there to stop them. Small Fox dropped to the inside.
Drop to the inside, calls off the jam before Fifi Oscara can pick up another scoring pass. I believe that's 3-4 on that one. Hey, Mike Checks. Rainbow Dash and Scrapalicious 4-4. Undead still in the front.
Both jammers off the line. Rainbow Dash not afraid to throw a few hits off the line. Scrapalicious up against the front wall of green. And it's Rainbow Dash breaking out.
Rainbow Dash with a lot of power attacking the middle of that wall to make her own opening, though. Scrapalicious, again, able to take advantage of that hold to follow her out.
Rainbow Dash weaving her way through and forcing the call off. Both players 3-4.
Great awareness from both jammers. They both found the opening from the defense in the other side, able to make those quick points. Mike Checks.
Hey fans, did you see that Fiat outside? Well, you can win the RCR Jammer Fiat.
What?
Get your raffle ticket at the merch booth.
Those tickets are at the merch table, right?
They are at the merch booth.
How much
I
are
want
they?
a Fiat.
$10.
Jill the Ripper, Ocarina of Crime up there.
Ocarina of Crime breaks out up front. She is your lead jammer. Jill the Ripper breaks out. She's on her scoring pass.
Both jammers relying on brute force to get through those packs. It looks like a 4-3 power pack advantage currently for Avengers.
Bit of a tumble in the backfield there, and Ocarina of Crime calls off that jam.
0-0 on that one. Nice hit, but you need to get your hips in front of the opponent in order to get points, and it looks like we have an official review from Rainbow Bites.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're reviewing the back block.
Oh, yeah. Just in case you didn't know, each team is afforded 3 timeouts in every game. Officials can take time at any time and as much time as they like to discuss any matters they like. And each team gets 1 official review per game. Per half. Randall, sound guy. Go, Randy. Why can't I hear Randy? And the officials are reviewing points right now for the Rainbow Bites.
Check, check. Hey, it's going to be a point review from the Rainbow Bites, seeing whether or not a score should have happened on that pass there.
Sorry, I can't hear you, Randy.
I was here this morning. I've been at the hangar all day.
The referees have reviewed, and Rainbow Bites are going to get 1 point off that last pass. Successful review for Rainbow Bites.
And they're off. Wikipedia pushing on the line, and they change their mind. Tensions running high in this rough game. The ladies, like thoroughbreds, can't wait to break out of the box. And it's Bad Advice taking the lead jammer with Wikipedia right behind her.
Now you see Bad Advice lead Jammer. So in retaliation, Undead Avengers go into the front to try to slow down and create scoring opportunities for their Jammer.
Bad Advice weaving her way through the line of the Rainbow Bites. Wikipedia once again right behind her.
And when both Jammers attack the pack like that and are both scoring, sometimes you'll see the lead Jammer push it if they're trading points. This time, Blockers racing the pack.
Bad Advice breaking through. Undead Avengers clearing the path for her. She picks up her points and calls it off.
That was all about pushing the scoring to make sure they came out with the score deficit. It worked out. Mike checks.
Mike Checks would like to thank you all for showing up this evening for Junior Derby. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike Checks.
Thank you, Mike checks. That's Scrapalicious out there in Rainbow Dash. 4-3 blocker advantage for the Undead Avengers.
And they're right at it. Rainbow Dash pushing forward with Jesus Feist just to get by. Scrapalicious dropped and dragged to the very back. It's Rainbow Dash with the lead Jammer. Scrapalicious being worked over in the backfield by the Undead Avengers. Rainbow Dash working her way up the inside line.
Offense to defense transition is very important. If a Jammer's attacking and there's no defense set up, that's almost a quickest pass that you can get 4-0 on that. Mike checks.
That was some nice offense there by Rosemary's Baby at the end of that last jam. And that last jam brought to you by Kind Bars. Kind, a brand of all-natural whole nut and fruit bars made from ingredients you can see and pronounce. That's Kind Bars.
Mischief managed out there as well as Small Fox, the Epidemic. 4-3 blocker advantage for the Avengers.
With the line dropped all the way back to the pivot to the Jammer line. Breaking out is Mischief managed.
Muscling through the center there for that initial pass.
Small Fox, the Epidemic, looking for a way through. Dropped in the turn. Back at it. Mischief managed. Blows through on the inside line.
Pun intended. Undead Avengers defense have really come alive in the second period here. They've been very coordinated, very, very good against the opposing Jammers and getting lead Jammers after that initial pass there.
Small Fox with the push there, forcing the call. I love when that happens.
Fans, we'd like to thank Black Cat Plumbing. Black Cat Plumbing, your local neighborhood plumbing company and a proud part of Rose City since 2009.
87. Yes.
Vivio Scara and Smacky Kennedy up at the line. Smacky Kennedy was held back into the left in that pack.
Smacky Kennedy down, called on a cut, and she'll be on her way to the penalty box. Fifi Oscara pushing her way through the line. Undead Avengers just working to death, trying to get her through there.
Undead Avengers going for the trap offense. They were able to hold back an opposing, split up the defense for a quick scoring pass.
Fifi Oscara slams the line, pushes her way through, but Jesus Feist is there to meet her. Unafraid, Jesus Feist drives it forward.
You know, looks like Fifi was on the sand and she saw two sets of skates, and then she only saw one. It was Jesus Feist carrying her.
Fifi Oscara through the line, picks up her points. And Undead Avengers set up shop in the back. Slamnesia just nicks her and drives her off the track, picks up the low block. Fifi Oscara back up against it.
Nice.
Dropped out, dragged back. Fifi Oscara trying to get her way through. Jesus Feist with a hit, and skaters take a knee. And not.
Give some love to Phoebe Oscara.
No mistake about it. This is a full contact sport, and these skaters play really hard. And we're right back at it.
Rainbow Dash and Scrapalicious out there, 4-2 blocker advantage.
Rainbow Bites down 2 to the penalty box, and that puts Scrapalicious in the front up against a full wall of Undead Avengers. In the back, Rainbow Dash looking for a chance to break through. 2, and they have to let her go.
Slice Cream with the defense there set up that lead jam. Set up that lead jam. So 4-2 blocker advantage working very much for them. Rainbow Bites trying to push the speed to protect their points here.
Jesus Vice cycling out to the penalty box, and Rainbow Dash calls off that jam.
It looks like Rainbow Dash called off the jam before she passed an opponent, so that's a 0-0 jam. Mic checks.
Crickets, crickets, crickets.
Are you good on your calls? Are you good on your... Okay.
Did you not hear the last two? I just completely made them up.
4-2 blocker advantage.
And they're off. Jill the Ripper and Small Fox. Jill the Ripper breaks out up front, takes lead jammer. Small Fox looking for some sunshine on that inside line. Jill the Ripper right back up against it and cycles through on the outside. She takes all 5. Small Fox breaks out on the outside line. She was on the run and got dropped. Away she goes, and it was a forearm called on
Peaches and Scream.
Jill the Ripper breaks through, takes another 5.
Undead Avengers doing a great job capitalizing on their numbers.
And that jam is off.
Undead Avengers have been on a run for a while. Number one thing working out for them, staying on the track. They're able to capitalize on their numbers big time, as I just said. Number 2, defense has been very coordinated in the big chunk of this second period there. So they have revitalized their defense, and it has been very effective. We have bad advice out there, and Wikipedia jamming.
Scrapalicious throwing herself right at those Undead Avengers right away off the line. Bad advice dropped out and dragged back. It's Scrapalicious out front with bad advice right behind her.
All right, bad advice gets out front with the footwork. And it looks like we have Rainbow Bites forming the center of that pack.
Bad advice up against the line again. Scrapalicious coming in behind her. Scrapalicious through on the inside, takes her points, and calls off the jam.
Way to trust the defense there from Wikipedia. 4 points. Two points for the Undead Avengers. Scrapalicious up there for the Rainbow Bites. And Starship Trooper for the Undead Avengers. Undead Alien Attackers.
And they're off. On the outside, Scrapalicious dropped in the turn. We're looking at Starship Trooper in the backfield trying to find her way through. Neither jammer making much progress right now. Both teams taking very serious the defensive pressure, and it's Scrapalicious breaking out in front.
Footwork on strength from Scrapalicious.
Starship Trooper still trying to find her way through. On the outside on 1 foot. Starship Trooper's on her scoring pass.
Great.
Scrapalicious right back up at it and through on the inside line.
Able to take advantage of a broken defense there. We're able to slalom away through. Call off the jam, hold it 4-0.
I got to say, that was some brilliant footwork on Starship Trooper's part.
Yeah, a lot of that whole jam was good footwork from both jammers. Each time they were just like hopping, skipping, and jumping through. Jill the Ripper and Small Fox the Epidemic. 3-3 in the pack. Undead Avengers up front.
Rainbow Bites setting up a shop in the backfield right away. Small Fox coming up, but Jill the Ripper takes lead jammer.
Jesus Feist went for the offensive hit, but Undead Avengers were able to capitalize.
Small Fox dragged out and back, dropped on the inside line, once again dragged to the back of the pack, while Jill the Ripper is pushing on that front wall. It's hard work getting forward. Undead Avengers dropping in to sweep the line, and Jesus Feist holds her back. Can't stop her. Jill the Ripper slices through the line.
That was great defense from Bad Advice. One-on-one defense held impact for that entire pass.
Small Fox powering it on to put the pressure on.
It's a danger.
Jill the Ripper up on that line once again, slams Jack Smacky Kennedy.
The danger of going offense when you are down to start off the pack is if you only have 3 blockers in there and one of them goes offense, that leaves only 2 defenders. That's how Undead Avengers were able to get the lead jammer out of that pass. Up at the line, we have Mischief Amazed and Wikipedia, a 4-3 blocker advantage for the Rainbow Bites.
And they're off. Mischief managed, and Scrapalicious tears up the outside line and takes lead jammer.
Wikipedia saw the light of day on the outside, was able to take it.
Mischief managed on the outside. On the run from Slamnesia, she breaks out. She's on her scoring pass. Scrapalicious. No, not Scrapalicious.
All outside
Wikipedia.
passes all the time. All outside passes all the time.
My mistake, that was Wikipedia in the last jam. Sorry about that, folks. Yes.
Ocarina of Time and Starship Trooper, 4-3 blocker advantage for the Rainbow Bites.
Starship Trooper throwing herself at the back line, running the outside, runs up against, and it's Ocarina of Crime breaking out, taking lead jammer with Starship Trooper right behind her.
Very dangerous to leave a hole on the inside there. Jammer's going to find that almost every time, and that's the easiest path to take for a jammer.
Jesus Feist up front, clearing the path for Ocarina of Crime.
Ocarina gets one more through before Ocarina calls it. That is the bout. Undead Avengers made a great run there at the end, but the unofficial final is Rainbow Bites 258. Undead Avengers 176. We're going to call this for the Rainbow Bites.
Coming up, we've got the MVP awards right after the official score.
And then some halftime entertainment. Oh.
You guys, I'm gonna turn. Wait, never mind.
Mike Checks will be managing the MVP awards.
It looks like we have...
Hey, you guys.
We got a score getting added. And it's official final, Rainbow Bites 258, Undead Avengers 176. Give it up for the Rainbow Bites.
Yeah.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, cool.
And make some noise for your Undead Avengers.
Let me practice with that. Okay, then I'm gonna change. Okay.
All right, fans, it's time for the MVP award. The Rainbow Bites have chosen Starship Trooper as their MVP. Come on out. Congratulations. That's Starship Trooper for the Undead Avengers. And the Undead Avengers have chosen Smacky Kennedy from the Rainbow Bites as their MVP.